Good morning from EPCOT. We are here today because today is the very first day of the Flower and Garden Festival. Very excited. There are a lot of new food items to try. This is the first time that I've looked at a list of new food items coming to a festival and been like, whoa, there's a lot of them. So we're gonna try to get through some of them today. We're not gonna be able to get through all of the new food items today because I think it was something like 60, which is ridiculous. So we're gonna be trying all new food items, nothing that's a repeat, even if it's something that I was like, oh man, I remember that last year, it was so delicious. No, we're just having new food items. So we're gonna head inside, have a look around. If you guys are interested in finding out what is new, because one of the first things that I did when I walked in is I got our festival passport. And in this passport, it tells you different information about the festival, but it also tells you all of the food items. But one thing it doesn't tell you is which food items are new. So if you go to the Disney Parks blog, they have the foodie guide to the Flower and Garden Festival. And they have one of these for every festival that they have at EPCOT and different events they have throughout Walt Disney World. But in that guide, it tells you what is a new food item. That's what I'm gonna be doing today, is I'm gonna be cross-referencing the Disney Parks blog with the passport to try to figure out what is new and where it's at. I am begging Disney to try to consolidate these things, add that it's new to the passport, put a map in the passport, put a map on the foodie guide, put them in the order that they are around World Showcase in the foodie guide. But they don't last, they haven't done that yet. I hope one day it changes and they do that. But for right now, I'm doing a lot of cross-referencing. So let's head inside and get some food. So as soon as we walk into the Flower and Garden Festival, we have Asha from Wish here and Star. That is the topiary. This is a brand new topiary for this year. And I love it. It looks so good. Oh, and Valentino as well. I like that there's just like a giant log in the background. Oh, there's just like a bunch of stumps too. This is a very dynamic thing. But Star is not made out of plants. And also this rope here is not made out of plants. I feel like they are doing this. They are kind of moving away from using plants to make them a little bit more realistic. They are still including plants. Oh my gosh, her hair is moving. Look at that, it's blowing in the wind. So before we head in, I wanna have a look at the passport here. It does give the dates, February 28th through May 27th. 2024 Flower and Garden. And then the first page, it kind of gives you an overview. It's very windy today. It kind of gives you an overview of what to expect at the Flower and Garden Festival. You'll get topiaries and gardens, outdoor kitchens, Garden Rocks concert series, festival merchandise, and the Garden Grays. So first two are pretty self-explanatory, right? Oh, these are the different topiaries. They list the topiaries and where to find them. And then on the next page, it tells you the different gardens. So these would not be topiaries. Like take for instance, the Honey Bistro garden is kind of like a garden that focuses on pollinators and like attracting bees or butterflies. And then France, the Bouquet Garden, Morocco, the Spice Garden. In Japan, the Shishi Oroshi Garden, which was really fun. It's like a musical garden. Shows off some of the merchandise here. Is this a bag with the flowers? Oh, it's a bag for flowers. It doesn't come with the flowers in it. And then there's also here on the page a QR code that you can scan to view the Garden Rocks concert series lineup for the different bands that are coming to the American Gardens Theater. A few bands that I'm excited that are coming to the Garden Rocks series is Plain White Tees, Flock of Seagulls, Modern English is coming. Yeah, all kinds of super fun bands. And like I said, that QR code will give you the list and the times and the dates to see all these bands. Then of course there is also the Garden Grays, which gives you the chance to go around and try different items. You can try 5 different items. You can try 5 of the same items. 5 items from this Garden Grays menu, and then you get a stamp, and then once you get 5, then you get a festival treat over at the Pineapple Promenade featuring Pandora jewelry. Interesting. And the festival treat that you get at the end of this is free. So you try 5 things, and you get a free treat. And there's one more thing that is part of the Flower and Garden Festival, and that is Spike's Pollination Nation. And that is a little bit easier to explain once we get into World Showcase. It's kind of like a scavenger hunt. I'll explain more about that once we get in there. There's also an egg hunt for the Easter season, but that's just a limited time thing. It's not for the entire festival. So as we make our way past Spaceship Earth into World Celebration, our first stop is gonna be in Connections Eatery, not Connections Cafe. Connections Cafe is just the Starbucks, and Connections Eatery and Cafe are connected, but Connections Eatery is back behind Connections Cafe. I know that's confusing, but that's the way that it is. And right across from Creations Shop. So we're passing through the breezeway that is in between Connections and Creations. We're heading as if we were heading towards Guardians of the Galaxy. So once we make it through the breezeway, we can see over there's Guardians of the Galaxy. We're going to Connections Eatery. And I think I can mobile order this one. Let's find out here. I did mobile order it, but I feel like that was a bad move because I have to wait a little bit to get it. But I wonder if there's a long line up here, because if there's not a long line, I'll just get in line and cancel my mobile order. Oh, I can just change. I can say I'm here, prepare my order. So that'll be all right. I'll just wait. So from Connections Eatery, we have the hot honey sandwich, southern fried chicken sandwich with hot honey and pickles on a brioche bun. This is $12.49, and I am very excited to try this. It looks so delicious. Let me cut it in half so you guys can get a cross section of it. Also, it should be noted that this is more than a sample size. This is like a full out regular meal that you would get at Connections Eatery. It looks nice. That's delicious. Sweet from the honey. I always get confused when they say hot honey, because in my brain it's gonna have a kick, it's gonna have a spice, but no, it's just like warm honey. And that's, oh, it's so good. And cold pickles, these are like fresh pickles too. And then the bite of the slaw, like the crispiness of the slaw, the cabbage slaw on top, pretty great. Like I would order this all the time if it was available. And it's very good. So now that we're done at Connections, let's head across the way to Creations. Have a look at some of the merch. So there is merch for the event, but they're creating a line system where people have to get in line, like Adam over here, to get in. Bye. Have fun storming the castle. All right, we waited probably a total of like 4 minutes, and now we're headed back to where the merch is back here. So we're back to the Loungefly. I don't see a lug bag anywhere, but this is the Loungefly for the Flower and Garden Festival 2024. Let's see, I'd like to find a lug bag. I prefer the lug over the Loungefly. This is nice, from Corksicle. I like this a lot. I don't know if this is specific to Flower and Garden Festival, but this is very nice. Oh, an orange juicer. Look at that. You make your $25. Make some fresh orange juice with Orange Bird. You are crushing his family on his head to make juice. This is very nice. It looks like a linen Orange Bird shirt. Oh, and this is Rain Spooner too. It says $125. It is thicker feeling than I thought it would. Like the way that it looks almost like linen. And I know that it's for Flower and Garden Festival, but I just wish this wasn't here because I like the look of it. I don't like this part of it. But what are you gonna do? It's a very nice shirt. Like for $35, a solar powered garden light? Let's see if it'll turn on. I can't quite figure it out. I think it's a switch, but it's like a waterproof switch, so it's difficult to turn on. Maybe it hasn't been out in the sun long enough to actually charge up. There's some Loungefly ears for Flower and Garden. I like these, they're nice. They're very similar to the Loungefly bag. It's the same exact print, as a matter of fact. These are $45. Orange, you glad you met me? That's a fun shirt. $35. Orange, you glad you met me?
Orange, you glad? Yeah, I can see which is a pun.
Yeah, it's on the shirt.
Is that a pun? Oh, it says it on there.
It says it right there.
It says met me.
Yeah, orange, you glad you met me.
Yeah.
I like that the orange is Spaceship Earth. The original Florida orange bird. That's fun. This is $80. What I'm really excited to find here is this Tervis tumbler. You guys know I love a Tervis tumbler. The original Florida orange bird. International Flower and Garden Festival 2024, $35. I have so many Tervis tumblers, I don't even have any like cabinet space for it. If this comes to the outlets, I'm buying it. I'm gonna walk away from it right now. $35, a Flower and Garden Festival looks like a flower pot, but I wouldn't put a real flower in here because there's no drainage in it. So I would say that this is like, put like a fake plant in there maybe. But it's nice, I like it. A little orange bird coming out. Ooh, this is very nice. The original orange bird, the Florida original, Flower and Garden Festival, $30. Kind of like a tie-dyed or like a crushed dye orange hat. Oh, they have some, the beautiful flower like cocoa merch over here for Flower and Garden. I don't know if you can even see it at the bottom down there, but it says that it's for Flower and Garden. This is $35. It says Las Flores Hermosas. And you can see they've got the hats for it too, a reversible hat for it for $35. They've got a shirt over here. Another shirt? Wow, what is that? Oh, this is like embroidered too. What? This is interesting and fancy. What is this? What is this? What do you do with this? It's like a bag of some kind? Like, I don't know what this is. There's a pass holder shirt over here. Spring has sprung. This is also embroidered. Very nice. And this is Spike, but it's kind of like more of a cartoony version of Spike. This is $35, but you get your annual pass holder discount. But this is interesting because this is embroidered, but this is not. I like it. It's very like cartoony looking. I like the style of this cartoon. Oh, you can see Spaceship Earth in the background. So I asked the cast member and they said that this came up as a planter in their computer system. So I'm guessing you could maybe use it as like a cloth flower pot maybe. So over here, kind of hidden off in the kids section, they've got the lug bags. And these are specific for pass holders. So you've got one that's $125 and this one's $135?
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, look at that. And of course, lug famous for having a bajillion pockets all throughout. The big one
also has an insulated pocket hidden on the side.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
For like keeping your drinks cool.
Band, just regular over the shoulder.
Right. Wow. The versatility.
I know, right?
That's amazing. But the non-pass holder bags you can just buy 2 of, whereas with the lug, the other bags, the pass holder bags, you can only buy 1 of each style. But with this Orange Bird little like crossbody, you can buy 2 of them. And this one is $60.
Woo.
That's lug for you, baby.
It's a little, what's the brand?
Lug.
Wow.
This is gonna replace Loungefly. I love them. They're so good. They've got like bajillion pockets and they're very versatile. You can wear this on your waist. Yeah. All right, so we've seen a lot of the merch. We came out of Creation Shop and now I just wanted to show off this Figment topiary over here because I like it. It's nice. It's right here in the center with Spaceship Earth in the background. Truly is the feeling of EPCOT. Let's get a close-up view of this. There he is, there's Figment. So like I said, from Creation Shop, I'm gonna start to head over towards the Odyssey building because word on the street is Florida Fresh, which is a booth that's supposed to be over here in between Imagination and World Showcase, is not ready yet. So we're gonna go over to Odyssey and get the Florida Fresh items over there. Yeah, you can see the Florida Fresh booth is not currently open. So we have been informed that it's over in the Odyssey building over here. And this was something that happened last year too over here. The Songbird Meadow presented by Wild Birds Unlimited. Few things make a backyard more enchanting than sweet melodies of songbirds. Explore the meadow and learn how to be a songbird hero to make your yard a welcoming place for feathered friends to thrive. By inviting songbirds in your garden, you can ensure their music will be enjoyed by generations to come. That's exciting. So yeah, all these different plants and environments help bring songbirds in, and we like songbirds. You kind of want one of these birdhouses right here. These birdhouses aren't just pretty to look at, they provide birds shelter and a cozy spot to raise their young. And they've got these like cones that prevent squirrels from coming up or snakes from coming up to eat them. Oh, here's the rest of the Songbird Meadow over here. And there's also the Purple Martin houses over here, which these are, they're like gourds, but these are for the Purple Martins to come down, and Purple Martins are a migratory bird that come down here to EPCOT to feed on all of our mosquitoes that we have. So we like the Purple Martins, they eat the mosquitoes. And of course, the Topiaries are a big part of Flower and Garden. Look at Mickey and Minnie here and Pluto. And then Chip and Dale out front right there. Chip and Dale are all about this corn and carrots down here. They're like, look at these things. Look at that corn. Also, Pluto is gigantic. And Mickey's face, I feel like he's missing, the whites of his eyes are so small. This is called the PB&J Garden, and it's sponsored by Uncrustables, and I'm not quite sure why. Fun fact, the ingredients in PB&J are more than what they appear, and Uncrustables aren't just a sandwich, it's perfect on-the-go snack for busy kids and parents too. I need more information than that. What do you mean? Their ingredients are more than they appear? I don't get it. Strawberry secret? You would think, oh, there's the strawberry right there, right? Yep, strawberry. Did you know that strawberries aren't really berries? They're part of the rose family. Well, that's interesting. They refer to them as the false fruit. I'm gonna start calling them false fruits too. Just like roses, their petals are edible too. Wow, well this is kind of fun. Oh, they got grapes over here. Are these real grapes? These don't look real. These are not real grapes. Those are little fake grapes. What? Did you know that grapes are actually berries? So strawberries are not berries and grapes are berries. And they've got jokes too. What is Jelly's favorite insect? A peanut butterfly. It's like peanut butter and jelly, right? Are there more? Why does bread love to garden? Because it's made with flour. Oh, okay. How about this one over here? Where does peanut butter get its gossip? Through the grapevine. Fun. Also, the quilt work over here is so vivid the first day of the festival. It's beautiful. All right, so we're heading into the Odyssey because this is where the citrus blossom is, but also we heard that the Florida Fresh stuff was over here as well, temporarily. So inside of the Odyssey is the citrus blossom. This contains no new food. The citrus blossom doesn't have new food in it, but from everybody that we're talking to, the Florida Fresh stuff is over here. So this is citrus blossom, and then this one over here is Florida Fresh. Yeah, you can see there's the sign right there. The Cuban, the lobster tail, and the strawberry shortcake. All right, let's do it. So here's what we got. We got the Cubanito with mojo marinated pork belly, ham, Swiss cheese, pickles, and stone ground mustard sauce. And this was $6.50. All right, let's give it a bite. Pretty authentic Cuban. Like, it tastes like a Cuban sandwich. The flavors are all there, nice and salty from the Swiss cheese. The pork is nice and tender. The pickles really add to it. I wish there was a little bit more mustard, but I also like that there's some crunch to the bread. You hear this? Ooh, what did you think, Nick? Did you think it was pretty authentic?
Hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. So, for those of you who don't know, I've said this before, but I'm Cuban, half Cuban, and I grew up eating Cuban sandwiches my entire life. And I feel like that flavor, like, it really does capture the flavor of a Cuban sandwich.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're making them like very quickly, so like details get lost, I think, sometimes in that.
Right.
But like for a fast Cuban, that was delicious. I will get it again, absolutely.
I think so.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
very good.
Luke is here with me, my son, and Luke, fan of the Cuban sandwich.
Yes.
Yeah?
Big fan. He has been eating these since like, at least like sampling them since before he could walk, and so he has a very professional opinion on the matter. Big fan?
Yeah.
Thumbs up?
All right, I am actually going to do a little bit of backtracking from the Citrus Blossom and from the Odyssey. I'm going to head back towards Creation Shop back here and head to this little building right here. It's called Brunch Cot. So it looks like everybody had the same idea as me. Big long line for Brunch Cot. The new item this year is biscuit and gravy with Impossible chicken fried steak and Impossible sausage gravy for $6.75. You're not just choosing Impossible beef. When you pick Impossible beef instead of beef from a cow, you're choosing to lower gas emission, meaning cow farts, water usage, and more effectively use agricultural land. I like that, that's exciting. So yeah, we're gonna get this biscuit and gravy right here. This is the biscuit and gravy with Impossible chicken fried steak and Impossible sausage gravy. I'm excited to try this, but this Impossible chicken fried steak does not look anything like the pictures that we saw before. It looks pretty burnt. Here's a look at the cross section of it. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really look that appetizing to me, if I'm being honest. But we'll give it a try. All right, here we go. Try the biscuit and gravy. Got some on my shirt. Okay, so 100% the flavor is there. That is delicious. Holy macaroni. Hits you right when you get into it. Crispy, a little bit spicy. Got some real like umami type flavors. The like chives, it just this tastes the most like chicken fried steak, like biscuits and gravy that I've ever had anything that is vegan or vegetarian taste in my life. I don't know what it is or why it tastes like that, but yes, it is so good. So we still haven't made it into the World Showcase. Over here across from Creation Shop is Farmer's Feast. And this place is interesting because its menu will change throughout the season. So right now we're in the early bloom menu, February 28th through March 30th. Then the new thing for this year is the veal loin for $8.50 with spring pea risotto featuring Ben's Original International Grains, arborio rice, and red wine syrup. So let's give it a try. Let's get the veal loin. Over here they have the other menus that are coming. So the springtime menu, March 30th through 27th, or through April 27th, and the summer solstice, April 28th through May 27th. So like we said, this is the veal tenderloin with spring pea risotto featuring arborio rice and red wine syrup. It looks very delicious. I want to just try the rice first with the red wine sauce too. The red wine gives it like a tangy flavor, and the risotto is like creamy, but also there's some cheese in there, like some Parmesan, but there's something green too. I can't quite place what the green is in it. Let's try the veal here. Oh, that's very good. Like smoky, peppery, like salt and peppery. Also a little salty, so tender too. That's really good. You know, it almost tastes like, you can taste the like fat, like kind of like making its way through the meat. You know how when you eat like the skin of a chicken, if you eat chicken skin, it has that particular like fatty flavor to it. That's what this tastes like. I could go without the risotto, but that veal is delicious. Just passing by Songbird Meadow again on the way out to World Showcase, but this was interesting to me. Male bluebirds are accomplished vocalists. In fact, they can sing up to 1,000 songs per hour. Do you know that bluebirds aren't actually blue? Their feathers absorb wavelengths of every color except blue. It's the same optical illusion makes the ocean appear blue too. That is interesting. So now we are heading deeper into EPCOT We're gonna go a little bit in the World Showcase, maybe get 2 more food items and then call it a day. As we get to World Showcase, we can see the family madrigal right here, the family from Encanto. They're topiaries as they're greeting us. These topiaries actually used to be out front last year, and they were replaced with the Wish topiary. So as soon as we made it into World Showcase, we made a left, and we're headed over here to Trellis because there is a dessert item over here that is new this year. It's a chocolate terrarium. We've had the chocolate terrarium in years past, but this year it says that it's new, so we'll see what we can see. Also, out here in front of Disney Traders, this is the redemption point and the buying point for Spike's Pollination Exploration. And you can see, so this is Spike, right? Spike the bee. He will be near one of these plants, and whichever plant he's near around where he's at, then you put it there. So let's see here if we can find anything. Yeah, I don't know if we will make it to anything. Honey Bistro, we'll go back over by Honey Bistro and see if we can find Spike over there, because Honey Bistro is just over there. That'll what we do before we leave, so you guys can get an example of what Spike looks like that you're looking for. But I'm gonna go inside Disney Traders and see if we can see what the redemption prize is. And the prize are these little games. It's like beanbag toss or cornhole, whatever you want to call it. But you get to pick one of those if you find all of the spikes. That's a really fun thing. It's like a little tabletop version of cornhole. So over here at Trellis, we're getting the chocolate mousse terrarium. And like I've said, they've had a chocolate mousse terrarium before, but this year it's listed as new. Chocolate mousse terrarium with matcha crumble and chocolate soil. It sounds exactly the same as it has been in years past, but it is listed as new, so let's give it a try. Here's something that I think is new this year. The ribs over here are not vegetarian. They're not impossible ribs. Just the meatball is impossible. The soy glazed sticky ribs are just ribs. And I think last year they were vegetarian. This year they are not. Here we go. Here is our chocolate terrarium. I mean, it looks good, you know. It looks nice. It looks like a chocolate terrarium. And I feel like it looks exactly the same as it did last year, but maybe it's just not vegan. I gotta look back at last year's video and see like what the difference is. It's definitely thicker than I remember. So like, oh, there's so much matcha. So I'm gonna try it. I got the flour in there, I got the matcha. The matcha's blowing away in the wind. That's very delicious, but extremely sweet. Holy cow. There's so much sugar in it. When you're biting down, you can like feel the granules of sugar between your teeth. Holy cow. It's gonna wake me up for sure. So, delicious, chocolatey. The matcha is not overpowering, but I don't know, it's there. You can kind of get a little hint of it. Didn't taste the flour at all. All I'm tasting is chocolate, but very, very sugary. Very sugary. But if you're into that, boy, do I got the dessert for you. So now we are headed back towards the Honey Bistro. You can see that's where the madrigals are, right behind those banana trees. See Spaceship Earth up there. Trellis was that way. Now we're headed this way over to Honey Bistro, and we are going to have a look and see if we can see Spike. All right, we made it back to the Honey Bistro. So now we are looking for Spike. We have to find him so that I can show you an example of what Spike looks like in the parks. All right, so this is what you're looking for. Not only are you looking for Spike, who's kind of small, but if you're looking, you're finding like this. This is the like stake that goes in the ground next to the flower that is the sticker that you need to put at the Honey Bistro. So you can tell this is that flower, the canna flower. Also, there are real bees flying around over here. What great theming. So I made my way back. I know we didn't make it very far into World Showcase. We will definitely be back on another occasion to go all the way around World Showcase. We'll have a look at all the topiaries, but we just finished up showing off Spike over there. And now we are headed in this direction to go over and see the Groot topiary, because there's a brand new Groot topiary, and I guess there's music that plays around it and everything. Let's go have a look. So now I'm assuming that the Groot topiary is over near Guardians of the Galaxy. Also, Huey, Dewey, and Louie over here. Look at them. They look fantastic. These are the kind of topiaries that I like bushy looking, very leafy. I like this a lot. I don't like the ones that are like tightly woven, like their shirts and hats. I feel like don't count as topiary. They are natural material, but like I want them to be like plants, like looking like plants. So kind of. So Guardians of the Galaxy is straight ahead of us. Mission Space is over here, and Groot is kind of right in between the two, right there. And then right now it's playing Come and Get Your Love, and I guess it plays like every 20 minutes. Oh, the internals are spinning on it. I love the fact that it's like moving in there. It looks like it's made out of like wood. Oh, okay. The center of these, oh, it says Greenhouse Mix Volume 1, but also the center of the cassette only moves when there's music playing. This is great because like it makes sense for him to be a topiary because he's made of wood. He is in fact wood. I like that he's got like mud dripping off his foot too. That's a cool little, this is awesome. It's a cool topiary. All right, so there you have it. That was our first day out to Flower and Garden Festival. We will definitely be back because there's plenty more time to come back to the festival, try more food, see more topiaries, experience more things throughout this festival. Such a fun festival. The food, everything that we had today was delicious. I'm so happy with the things that we chose today. And like some surprising things, the biscuits and gravy were so good. Like it was very, very surprising how good they were. Seeing the Groot topiary was fun. I can't wait to get around and see more of the topiaries. I like seeing the gardens. It's just such a fun event. So all in all, a fantastic day. And with that being said, we're off. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
My name is Ellie.
And I'm Kelsey. And we're from Akron, Ohio.
And now it's time to pay the price.